You talked about switching things up this year after falling a little bit short last year, working out at 6 a.m. with your guys. Talk to me about that process, just the preseason grind when you guys started. I'm sure you guys started pretty short after last year, but talk to me about what led up to this year and some of the things that were different heading into this year where you guys won the state championship.
Yeah, so Coach Thompson came to us at the start of the second semester, and he was like, what do we have to do different to take us to the next level, to get over the hump? And so then we started like listing off a bunch of stuff, and then the one that stuck with us was 6 a.m. workouts. So we started that. We lost like the second week of December, and then so we did our Christmas break and all that. And then at the last week of January, just to show how quick that turnaround was, we started lifting. We're back in the weight room getting after it. We did 6 a.m. January all the way up until spring football, and then we had a little 2-week break after spring football, and then the whole summer we did it 6 a.m. every single day.
Definitely. I think that's probably exactly what won you guys the state championship. If you think about it, like people always say championships are won in the off season, and that's a lot of time that most programs aren't putting in. Like obviously I went to Wharton High School, and we were good my first 2 years of high school. My last 2 years, they weren't that good. They've been on an uprise the past probably 2 years. So I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but I know when I was in school, those guys, it didn't seem like they were on that kind of time frame. I know most people aren't working that hard high school football. That sounds like a college regimen. So I definitely feel like that has to be a big part of what led to you guys winning the state championship. You talked about your junior season facing injuries. You guys came up a little short, still had a solid season. Talk to me about this past season and some of the ups and downs that you guys had, what it was like getting to the state championship and what it was like winning overall.
Yeah, so obviously like it looks all good on the stat sheet, like 15-0 and everything, but we hit a little lull after the Aquinas game because our energy was so high, and then just for us to go back to playing like teams that weren't that caliber, we kind of like laid off the gas a little bit. But our coaches were getting in us for sure, and we brought it back, and then we were hitting our stride. I remember about Tampa Catholic, that game was like we beat them 42-0, and that was when we realized like, all right, like it's go time. And then we blew everyone out after that. We beat Hillsborough. We shut them out 42-0. Braden River, they only scored 9 on us. We had like 7 shutouts in a row after our coaches were getting in us. So, and we all know what happened in the state championship and everything. So,
definitely. I think it's so amazing that you guys are able to win that. I saw that on a bunch of snaps, everybody at the game. I saw it on Haley's snap. I just saw it so much. I didn't know so many people like that I was associated with Jesuit. It was crazy. I definitely think it's major that you guys won that. It's kind of self-explanatory. Winning the state championship is obviously a big deal. Not everybody gets a chance to even make it to the playoffs in high school football, let alone win a state championship. So I'm happy that you guys got that. Off camera, you talked about your rings that haven't came in yet. They're hiding the designs for you guys. So I know I'll see that when those come. I'm excited to see that. Again, I'm really happy for you, and I'm glad you guys got that done after all your hard work for sure.